What's up, NBA fans out there around the world? Welcome to another episode of NBA Trade Rumors 2014 style for this day of January 16, 2013. Mark Spencer is back in the booth. I'm home again, and I'm glad to talk some hoops. Folks, there was a blockbuster deal yesterday between three teams, the three amigos, the three brand mice, the three kings. How about this? The Boston Celtics, the Golden State Warriors, and who was that third team? Let me think about it. Who was that third team? Who was that third team? Well, it was a three-team trade. It was Miami, the Miami Heat. So when we look at the three-team trade, from what I've learned, I was looking at Pro Basketball Talk, and they were talking about Monty Poole, who is an insider, who was a writer for the Golden State Warriors. They were talking about the trade last night, and it's a pretty big deal. You look at Golden State. In this deal, they acquired Marshawn Brooks, a former number one pick from the New Jersey/Brooklyn Nets. They acquire Jordan Crawford from Boston, who has been scoring some big buckets this year, averaging quite a few assists this year. Kind of a little bit of a hothead at times, but this guy is one of the up-and-coming great young players in the game. The thing about Jordan Crawford is his confidence, and I think he's really played good this year. I don't know why Boston would do this deal. I don't know. I know Boston wants to get a high pick in this draft. There's going to be a lot of great talent in this draft. And when you hear rumors that Wiggins' draft stock might be dropping, that's shocking. I think he's number one, but Jabari Parker is playing so good, and so is Smart, and even the center on his team, Mbundu, for Kansas, this is like one of the best drafts since like 2003, when you had LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. That's awesome. It's a can't miss draft. So, you look at this trade. Boston Celtics will acquire a first-round pick, unprotected. They'll acquire a second-round pick protected from Miami. And Joel Anthony, who hasn't done much the last few years, and he's making a lot of money. He's a great defensive player. He doesn't really have much offensive upside. From Canada, of course, from Montreal. Joel Anthony's never really got a chance to play for the Heat. He's played more on the bench. He's been on more on the bench than he's been a player ever since they acquired Chris Bosh. He hasn't really been a contingent player for Spoelstra. He's won 2 titles, there's no doubt. He got that veteran experience. I think he'll bring that to Boston. This is pretty much a salary dump for them, getting rid of more contracts in terms of Jordan Crawford and Marshawn Brooks. So this is a good move for Boston. From Miami, they acquire Tony Douglas. They acquire Tony Douglas in the deal that Golden State will send to the Heat. So it's more depth for them because of Dwayne Wade's health, and Mario Chalmers, he's had injury problems, he's had foul trouble. So they bring an extra body there. With Greg Oden coming back, playing for the first time since 2009, so about 5 years. I know Oden looked pretty good. He said in an interview, it feels good to be back. It feels good to be able to run and do slam dunks and be able to just contribute to a team. The former number one pick for the Portland Trailblazers way back when in 2008. He hasn't lived up to the hype, but I think he'll do pretty good for the Miami Heat. He gives them something they haven't had, is a big man, a 7-footer who can jam the basketball, play great defense, run the floor. That's what all you're asking for, Oden. Just getting a few minutes here, a few minutes there, and you never know. If he's on his game, they could pull a three-peat. But you know what? I like teams like the Knicks and the Nets and the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors haven't really been getting a lot of credit of late. They're the best team in the Atlantic Division. The Atlantic Division is a joke. Don't get me wrong. But right now, they are the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. They're playing so good right now. If they keep playing the way they're playing, they're going to go past the Miami Heat. I guarantee you. I swear they will. If they continue to win and play the defense they're playing under Dwayne Casey, sky's the limit. There were talk that Kyle Lowry was going to probably be going to the Knicks, the Nets. There's even the Golden State Warriors. I was hearing even Sacramento. They're still interested in probably bringing in Lowry from the Raptors. So, as we get closer to the trade deadline in March and February in the NBA, expect to hear lots of rumors going through Toronto. I mean, I know they want to get the number one pick in this year's draft. Don't get me wrong, but they need to make the playoffs for the first time since 2007. It's been too long. It's been almost 7 years since they last made the playoffs when Chris Bosh was still with the team. If they could win the division, they have home court advantage in the first round. It's very important in the NBA playoffs to get the first round um, court advantage, home court advantage. So, just get in. I look at the Knicks and I look at the Nets. Get into the playoffs. Get in as the 7 seed, 8 seed. Who cares if you play the Nets and the Heat? You know what? The Nets, actually the Pacers and the Heat. Just get in. The most important thing is you get in. Once you get in, anything's possible. The most important thing is you go in there, play some defense, work your butt off, do what you do best, grind it out, do what you got to do, score clutch buckets like Joe Johnson did recently in the game. Same thing with Carmelo Anthony. Make the extra pass, set up your teammate, make it happen. J.R. Smith, get your act together, get back on the team, play your game the way we know you can play. One guy I think they should go sign is Kurt Thomas. His leadership is very important for the New York Knicks. If they want to go to a championship one day, I think that's the guy they should bring back into the locker room. I think J.R. Smith's just missing those leaders. He's missing Jason Kidd. He's missing Marcus Camby. He's missing Kurt Thomas. So I think with a guy like J.R. Smith, he's just missing the older brother. So he's missing that guy. His brother was on the team, his younger brother, and they let him go. And that really hurt his feelings. And I don't blame him. I'd be pretty mad too. If my brother was on the team and they let him go, it would suck. So let me tell you, I really think with the New York Knicks, they are trending. Same thing with the Nets. I mean, I took a look at some highlights on the ticker, on the ESPN ticker, and it looks like, the Nets are beating up on the Atlanta Hawks. Don't forget the Atlanta Hawks lost Al Horford for the season because he ruptured something in his shoulder, so he's done with shoulder surgery. So, that's another team you have to watch out for with Andrew Bynum. I'm hearing Miami are definitely interested in Bynum. I'm also hearing Dallas Mavericks are interested in Bynum. Even the Houston Rockets. If they could somehow unload Omar Ashik, if they could unload that contract, they will definitely go for Bynum. There's no doubt in my mind. The more big men you have, the better your chances of winning. And I think the Pacers will take a run at Bynum too. But watch out for Houston. Watch out for even the Clippers. Even though they're going to sign Hedo Turkoglu today, I wouldn't be surprised if they took a run at Bynum too, because they need him. No doubt about it. If they want to get out of the West, you want to get past San Antonio, Thunder, the Memphis Grizzlies, you need a player that will take you to the next level. And even the Golden State Warriors, they have Andrew Bogut. They need that big man to go with Griffin and Jordan. Jordan's played good enough, but he's not that type of player that Andrew Bynum is. He's a veteran. He has experience. He's won 2 titles. He knows how to win. And a guy like Doc Rivers could get to him personally, physically. He'll play the way he knows how to play. And that's all I got to say. So long, folks. Happy New Year. And hopefully the games tonight are going to be just as good as they've been all season long on TNT tonight. It should be good. Take care, folks. Thanks for watching. This is Mark Spencer signing out. Bye-bye.